Hello everyone, my name's Matt. I'm with Lancaster Lebanon Habitat for Humanity, and in this segment of our energy saving tips, we're going to be talking about dryer vents and the importance of having to clean them out and check them and potentially replace them if necessary. So I'm going to kind of show you how to do those things and explain the importance of it for you. Okay, so with dryer vents, it is important to check them for lint buildup in there. Now this is in part because we want your dryer to work the best that it can. If it's really struggling to have that exhaust come out, it's going to be working a lot harder. It's not going to dry your clothes as well, and it could also burn up your dryer quicker. That is a fire safety issue. If you get too much in there and it gets too hot, it can catch fire, and that lint is unfortunately, it's a great fire starter, so we don't want that in our house. The other part of that is if this gets built up too much with lint, your dryer is going to be working a lot harder than it has to. These vents are going to get hot, your dryer is going to get hot, and it's also going to take a lot longer to dry your clothes, which is, going to eat up your energy costs. So what we want to do is we want to check this out every 3 to 6 months, something like that. I think is fine. You'll have to move your dryer out so that you can access the line. And we'll pull it off, we'll take a look at the lint, see if it needs cleaned, and show you a couple ways that we can do that. One of the other things to keep in mind as we're looking at this is the style of vent hose that we have. Now here we have kind of a split system, if you will. We have some rigid pipe up here, and this is actually the easiest to clean. And it's the most durable. Most places now require that you have these if you're newly installing something. But for I would say the efficiency of it and being able to just move in difficult tight spaces, you need something that flexes. So we start with the rigid one that goes outside to the exhaust vent and then come inside with this one. You can get one that's rigid like this. It's an accordion style. And they also have a more flexible style, which I'll show you later. For these, it's a little bit difficult to clean them because of all the ridges that are in there. I'll show you some tools that we have for that. But right now, come on down here to the dark spot behind the dryers, and we'll try and get this vent off for you and show you what it looks like. Now, some vents are attached with like a foil tape, which you can cut or peel away, and some have like hose clamps like this with screws on them. Now I'm going to get this a little bit loose here so that we can take off some pressure and get this hose off of here and see what we're working with. Shimmy it off a little bit there, snake it around. Okay, now look, we'll fold this up here. You can see down inside there, you see the lint that's in there has some buildup. So we're definitely going to have to clean this one out. And one thing to keep in mind is this flex hose here, because it is more difficult to clean, if you do have a decent amount, like this one here has, it's over 50, I would say over 50% or so, filled with some lint there. It'd probably be a good idea just to replace this rather than to spend all the time cleaning this out, because you're not going to get it all out anyway. And these flex hoses are pretty inexpensive. It'd be better just to replace it. But if we were going to clean it, what we can do is we can take a shop vac with a longer hose. We can come in from the bottom, or we can go in from outside if you take the vent cover off. With a long hose, you can get down in there and just try and clean all of those things out. They do have brushes as well, which I'll show you some of those tools in a little bit, what to do. But yeah, this one will definitely, we'll take off this section here. We'll clean up the top, and then we'll replace the bottom section, along with, you can see down here, we'll try and clean out the inside here to get all of that stuff out the best that we can. So okay, so now for this particular job, we're going to replace this section right up here. We're going to take this hose clamp off, and we're going to replace the section of hose. But to show if you say you've cleaned it in the last few months and you just want to refresh it, what you can do, this is actually like a chimney sweep ductwork kind of cleaner, this brush. And this is 4 inches. You can get down inside there. Just move that stuff around and you'll see the lint that comes out. And once that gets loose, you could take your shop vac or a vacuum cleaner and run it through there, and it'll suck all the lint out of that pipe and get it nice and clean for you. So, right now for this one, this style hose here is what this is. It's like it's a semi-rigid flex hose. It's a lot more durable. In a lot of cases, you may have what I would say is like a slinky style. This is great for kind of quick applications or tight squeezes because it can really flex a lot. The problem with this stuff is that as it gets hot over time, this foil gets very brittle and it can tear. And because it's foil, it's very hard to see those tears, and so you could be losing that exhaust into your basement if you notice it getting extra hot and you're like, why is this so hot? Or you start to smell the dryer sheet or something like that. It's probably because you have a hole in this line. So you want to be mindful of using something like this. It's good for quick fixes, but not for the long term. And with something like this, to try and clean that out inside, it's not really going to happen. Using a brush and things, it's just going to tear it to pieces. So if you have one of these and you want to clean it, just replace it. And my suggestion would be to use one that's more of a rigid line for you. And you can use foil tape to tape around the end to help really seal it up. This one does have the hose clamps, which is also good. That's nice and tight, so that's a good option as well. So give you a few options for cleaning your dryer vent. So thank you again for joining us in learning about dryer vents and the importance of cleaning them out. As with anything else in our home, we want the air to be able to move freely and as clean and fresh as possible. It'll help our systems work a lot better, from our HVAC systems down to our dryers. So I hope this has helped you. I know it has helped myself and the homeowner to see if this vent needs taken care of, and we're going to get it all wrapped up. And yeah, thanks for joining us. I appreciate your time. So we'll see you again soon.